Facebook, what's going on? Back in my trailer in Vancouver. This is part 2 of the Q&A. If you missed part 1, it's on the Facebook page. iPad is back. Ghetto setup is intact. I have a new super secret arrow script. You can't see. Carry the candle. And a new fancy haircut. Here we go. Kevin Villarama would like to know if I've ever thought about going on American Ninja Warrior. Not really. Lisa Michelle Rose, do you have a bucket list? And if so, name 3 things on it. I'm 32 years old. I don't have a bucket list. Paul G. Meyer, what DC superhero would you like to make a cameo in Arrow and why? I'm not going to answer that question except to say that I knew The Flash was coming on before the public knew The Flash was coming on. So whenever I would be asked these questions in interviews, I would ask this question in an interview, I would say The Flash. And then I would stare at the reporter for a while, hoping that through telepathy I could inform them on what was happening. Tori Vogt would like to know, what is the weirdest or funniest thing that has happened on the set of Arrow? It's pretty much when someone's stomach makes a noise. Like you're in the middle of a take and sometimes it's a cast member and sometimes it's a member of the camera crew, and regardless, it's funny. What is your favorite movie of all time and why? I don't really have a favorite movie, but at gunpoint, which is appropriate when you consider the film, I'm probably picking Die Hard. Plus, it's a Christmas movie. So there you go. Lisa Ann would like to know, on a typical day, what is your favorite kind of scene to shoot? Island flashbacks, layer scenes with David and Emily, Arrow action stuff, family scenes with Willa, etc. P.S. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Liza? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. Well, I do like shooting action stuff, but I like a big, meaty 3 or 4 page scene that has a bunch of dialogue in it, only because those tend to be few and far between. Our scenes tend to be a page and a half. I remember in episode 4 last year when I have a big speech to David, asking him to join me and sort of presenting my manifesto as Oliver Queen and the Vigilante. That scene stuck with me for a long time, and I really enjoyed that. So, pick those scenes. What's your favorite TV show to watch? Breaking Bad. Whew. Awesome. Just started Parenthood, which is really good. I needed something a little bit more relaxing after the Breaking Bad experience. Jason Malka says, you stayed really grounded despite your success. Thank you. It's tough to stay grounded when you read comments like that. What was one piece of advice that someone gave you to stay that way? It wasn't necessarily one piece of advice, although I have gotten excellent advice along the way. It's more that this wasn't an overnight thing for me. I got the shit kicked out of me in this industry for a very long time, and it took me to a very sad, almost depressing state before I rallied back and figured out what worked for me. So there wasn't one piece of advice, but there was certainly a number of experiences that shaped where I am now. Do I have any hidden talents? Yes. That's a Vanessa aesthetic. Joel Atkinson, what are your thoughts on having the Flash introduced into Arrow and the possible introduction of superpowers in a universe that so far we haven't seen any? Are you excited to possibly work with different special effects? Well, that's 2 questions. And the answer to the second question is no. I hate special effects. I like to do everything myself. The answer to the first question is the introduction of superpowers would be cool. Because superpowers are cool. But Oliver doesn't need superpowers. We've clearly established that. If you had your choice of any one actor alive today to guest on Arrow, who would you choose? I'd be mad at myself if I didn't say Giancarlo Esposito, because he played Gus Fring, which is possibly my favorite television character of the past 10 years. And by extension ever, because I'm not that old. So it would be really cool to have him on the show. That was Corey Holland, by the way. Sorry if I'm forgetting names. Akbar Mirza would like to know, can we see your audition for the role of Oliver Queen / Green Arrow? Sorry if it's already been posted. It has not been posted. I'll tell you, that would be interesting. I would love to see my audition. When I first went in, I went in for David Nutter, our director, Andrew Kreisberg, Mark Guggenheim, David Rappaport. There was a reader. And I think that was it. And I did my first reading, and I know it was recorded. And then I left the room, and then they went and grabbed a bunch of people and brought a whole bunch of people more in. Bunch more people in. But no, I don't know if that's online. I'd be okay with it being online. But it's not mine to share. And then Brian, last question, Alexander Bolonis would like to know, if they asked you to be in the Justice League movie, would you be? I would certainly consider it. That would be cool. I hope that DC and Warner Brothers get to a spot where they can make a Justice League movie, because it requires the launch of several successful brands. So hopefully they get to that spot, and then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Glad I did the second half. Facebook friends, thank you very much. We will do another one of these at a later date. Arrow premieres Wednesday, October 9th at 8, 7 Central, followed by the Tomorrow People. And most importantly, if you missed Arrow, or if you're new to this page, or if you're a fan for some other reason, we are airing a recap episode on October 2nd at 8, 7 Central called Green Arrow Year 1. Ode to or maybe Arrow Year 1, not Green Arrow. Ode to the seminal comic Green Arrow Year 1, where we took a lot of our source material. And it recaps a lot of the stuff that we did in the first year. And I think gives some sneaks into Season 2. So check that out. Thank you very much for all the questions. Talk to everybody soon.